Welcome to Realtor Therapy with Steph and Kel.
We're your hosts, Stephanie Campbell and Kelly Dugan, top producing agents with the Gold Group at Properties Christie's International.
With over $200 million in sales, we've seen it all. The wins, the losses, and the downright insane moments that come with being a realtor.
This podcast is your no BS, unfiltered look into the world of real estate.
Whether you're an agent needing a therapy session or looking to level up your game, we've got real stories, real problems, and real talk.
And hey, if you're a client, stick around. You might just pick up a few trade secrets.
Let's get into it. Oh,
hi guys.
This might be the fanciest we've ever looked for a podcast.
This is the fanciest we for sure ever looked. Kelly and I have full makeup and hair.
Do you think anyone ever watches these?
I hope so.
I mean,
only tonight's actually. I hope. Skip all the other ones where we literally have like,
oh my God,
no makeup and I'm in sweats.
It's a listening thing anyway.
It's a listening thing. This is for your car. We're
celebrating right now.
We are celebrate good times.
What are we celebrating?
Kelly is getting inducted into the Hall of Fame of Properties, basically. We used to call it the Road to Rolex. Yeah. And it was once you hit 10 million GCI,
gross commission income.
Yep. You were awarded your Rolex with the company, which is freaking awesome.
So we're going to celebrate. We're going to have some wine and champagne glasses.
Yes,
Do you want any ice? Because I want some ice.
Okay, sure. Get your little hands on my ice. I love it. But now it's the Timeless Awards because you pick out different watches than Rolexes. Like you're getting Cartier, right?
Yes.
Yep. She could have got diamond earrings. There was like lots of choices actually. And where did you get this wine from that you just like whipped out of nowhere?
It was a gift from, I want to say, Mike.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I like how you poured mine extra tall. Okay. Well, cheers, guys. Cheers to Kelly.
You're getting the award too again. This is your like what, third, fourth?
No, I'm in it once you're in it, you're in it. You go every year.
What if you hit 10 million one year and not the next?
Doesn't matter.
Wow, really?
That is the beauty of Properties. Not that you ever get less than 10 once you hit it. You're going to just kill it every year.
I know, but it's still that like expectation of like, okay, am I only attending this year?
Well, and I think our personalities, we're the type of people that like I compete most with myself.
100%.
I am like, that's why I don't even like sports wise. Like I wasn't really into like, maybe I'm just not aggressive enough and like to play basketball or like things like that.
You were never competitive in sports? I feel like I could see you being very competitive in sports.
I'm competitive, but I think I'm mostly competitive with myself. Like I don't like that's why I think I like the idea of golf so much, for instance, or like individual, like I want to know that I'm doing awesome. You know what I mean?
But yeah, you don't really care what everyone else is doing. You just want to care about what you're doing.
I don't know if that's it. I just feel like
basketball
was like too much aggression for me. Like maybe because I'm short.
I'm just picturing you playing basketball, and it's
I mean, you
really
guys,
funny.
I haven't played basketball since literally middle school, so I'm not really sure what point I'm trying to make here.
If you had to play if you had to play a game of something as an adult, and you had like the main sports, which one would you be most confident that you'd win? Yeah, like one-on-one.
One-on-one. Oh my God, arm wrestling.
Oh God, mine would be like bean bags. I'm pretty good at bags.
See, I like things like that require
I like
talent.
bar games in a way, like darts.
Okay, let me think what else. I mean, I played softball when I was younger. Like we're talking again middle school. I did soccer in high school, and I did cheerleading was mostly my like.
Yeah, passion. You got the mouth for it.
Hot damn, dude.
It's okay. I'm loud too. This morning I called. My
what
friend
about you?
Andy.
Wait, what were you called? Batgirl Kelly?
Batgirl? No, yeah. Well, my sisters were really big into softball. I played for 1 year, and I was pretty much just like, because I was the youngest, naturally just always like dragged to their games and practices. So yeah, I was definitely Batgirl a lot of it.
Yeah.
But I was, my dad will say,
really athletic.
My dad, I'm pretty athletic. I mean, my sisters might be more athletic than me, but My dad would always say, like, I was the best softball player, but I cared the least. Like, I was naturally the best. He would always say...
You're not competitive either, you think, in that regard?
Not really, no. I'm kind of more like, oh, whatever, it's a game. But I do like to try. Like, I definitely want to try.
That's what I mean. Like, maybe...
But I won't get, like, mad if I lose.
This is, like, some kind of parallel where, like, you care about your own performance.
Right.
But, like, the game itself, it's like...
Right. Like, I definitely
really, like, cry about losing it. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't all on me.
Like, I'll get mad if I... Like, I'll get mad at myself if I play bad, but it's not, like, ever me comparing myself to someone who's doing better. It's more so of, like, I want to work on this, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't get up on water skis, like, 2 summers ago. And I was, like, my friends were so annoyed because we go to the lake to obviously, like, have fun and drink and whatever. And I'm like, nope, another round. Try it again. Try it again. I'm getting up. Yeah.
That's how, like, I actually cannot ski, like, snow ski. I can, but it's very traumatizing and very like, and I've
never tried skiing, but I did snowboarding.
Crap out of me. Like, it bugs me so much. That is something that I want to conquer in my life.
Should we go on a skiing trip?
I mean, we could take the podcast on a ski trip.
That'd be fun.
We just wanted to, well, we haven't been on in a hot minute.
Yeah, what's been going on with you? What do you have clients wise?
Let's talk about the market a little bit, right? Like, what's the temperature? So
market's hot.
What's the date today, just so people know, like, for real time? It's April 9th.
I know, because really quick PSA, we just released that podcast with Mike, lender, and it was funny because, like, this week was the lowest interest rates that we've seen since October of 24. Mm-hmm. And I was so mad when that got released because we were talking about it when they were super high and we were talking about how they're here to stay. I'm like, I wonder if people think that we just...
Well, that was pre-tariffs,
right? Well, right. That was like 3 weeks ago we recorded that, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. So just a PSA, guys. If the info's a little delayed, that's why.
I mean, a month delay. Like,
I know, but there was like it just happened to be in the news when we released it that, like, rates were low.
I know. Yeah, it's very interesting. I actually had...
Do you understand all, like, the tariffs, like, all of it fully? Because, like, I get the main concept, but, like, I still, just judging by, you know, you hear so much from different people when you work in this industry when it comes to, like, lenders, this and that, and it's like, okay, is there any direct correlation with the housing market? I feel like the housing market is affected by everything, but, like, how...
I think it's affected in the same way that it would be during an election season. Whereas, like, if people believe something to be true, then it often becomes that way. Like, and it's more so the pause. If people lose confidence in the housing market, that's when people stall. Or if they're like, I had the craziest thing happen. And I think by the time this will be released, hopefully we're closed. But, 3 homes in a subdivision.
Okay. Which one?
Well, I won't say because in case we're not closed yet.
Town? I just need to know what story I'm getting here.
Local.
Okay. All right. So it's Frankfurt. Keep going.
3 homes in a subdivision. And one was my listing. We were priced at $815. Another was priced at $809. And then there was another home that came on at $785. Okay. So they're all relatively similar. And obviously I thought my listing was the best because, you know, and we got full price. The neighbor behind us that was at 809 got 800. And then the other house, my buyers end up buying. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So
the 785.
Two of the three homes I'm dealing with.
Right.
And the 785 drops to 750. And then all of a sudden drops to 733, 700.
Wow.
Like, why?
How did that one compare to, like, the 8 ones?
The 809 one, literally so similar.
Wow.
No reason for you to do that. Like, absolutely no reason. It was mind blowing.
So did you find out why?
So the agent said that the buyer was buying a house in Delaware and just decided that, like, they found a house they loved, they wanted to buy it, and they needed to be under contract. And I was like, okay, I mean, it was senseless. Like, I'm like, my buyer got such a great opportunity, and
that's what they snagged at that low price. There wasn't, like, multiples once they dropped, or
no. Wow. And it was right when interest rates right when the stock market started going crazy, and my buyer was like thinking that a lot of it, they have a lot of thoughts on.
Buyers will always, they'll always make up a story as to like why something happened.
Well, I mean, he's reasonable and intelligent, but listen to this. This was crazy. And I just don't know if the seller was thinking about any of this stuff. And so my buyer offers full price.
Okay.
They come back and counter us one silly term. It was so stupid. They shouldn't have done it. I'm not going to get into the details. I'll tell you. I'll tell you later. And then my buyer comes back, second offer, gives them $730, $3,700 less than their original offer. Okay.
So your buyer countered at a lower price than they initially offered?
Yes. And we gave him 24 hours. Or no,
How
we
did
gave
you
him
feel
till the
about
next
that?
morning. I was like, I think myself and my client was like, there's not a snowball's chance in hell we're getting this. They're probably going to tell us to screw off. And one of the reasons I think my client offered that was because of the stocks. It was like the day when things were going crazy and he's like, screw it, kind of. And they come back and, when they come back and respond to us and they accepted our lower offer.
They didn't even try to push back to get you back to the original number?
No. They literally said, okay, we'll do it.
Wow.
It was mind blowing.
And how did your buyer feel? Super excited about it?
Yeah. They hit the lotto.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that crazy? But again, I don't know. Did that seller have anything to do with the stock? Or
sounds like they were super motivated and they were probably stressing about finding a buyer. So they were like, I'm just going to do it.
Just dump it, I guess.
The only scenario that I'm going through where stock market is playing a little bit of a role is I have a client who, for our terms, it's cash transaction mortgage allowed because he has enough money, in the markets to pay for a house in cash if he wanted to. And now he's worried that he doesn't want to pull out right now while it's low. So rightfully so. So he's kind of put a pause, but he's in a scenario where he's not.
What do you mean? Put a pause on what?
He's thinking about renting because he doesn't feel like it's smart to pull money out of the stock market while it's low right now.
Why wouldn't he just get a loan?
He could, but he wanted to pay cash.
Oh.
So that's kind of where now he's
it bounced
visiting.
back today. I wonder what I know.
Well, he's a little bit all over the place, so.
Okay. Interessante. But
yeah, that's really the only thing.
I can't wait I don't want to say it like I'm so optimistic about this, but it's just a fun ride to kind of watch right now between the stocks. Niall was like complaining about how low, and I'm like, it's gonna be fine. He's like, why are you so positive about this? I'm like,
well, you can't look at it, and honestly,
stocks go up, stocks go down,
and at our age too, it's like we're not looking to retire tomorrow. Like if I was 65 looking at this, I'd be a little scared.
They've just been going up year after year after year. Like what goes up has to come down eventually.
So you feel that way about the housing market?
No. Just kidding.
I feel like, and again, I've only been in the business for 5 years, but I just can't understand, I guess, like how is the housing market going to crash when we are still so imbalanced when it comes to supply and demand? It's gonna surpass that, right? Like supply and demand ultimately, I feel like overrides that in a way.
Yeah, I think you're right. And also I want to say too, it's funny because I was in Florida for spring break and we have a few places down there that we have with Niall's brother, but it's another day to discuss.
Are you still selling those or are you keeping them?
No, because, I don't know. We change our mind every other day, but the market's soft down there. So all these micro markets are so polarizing, but the market's soft down there. I heard from somebody, like, let's say there's 100 townhomes in our subdivision. I'm making the numbers up. Like half of them are for sale.
Wow. And so that goes to show you, that it could vary, like literally, because right now I feel like it's so hot and I feel like
the Florida market, and my client who's really intelligent, the one that's buying the 730 house, he was saying he's going to think about buying in Florida in like 8 to 9 months. And I'm like, what's happening in 8 to 9 months? I'm just like, he said he thinks the Florida market will bounce back.
Well, even like the whole Sun Belt is since COVID, the biggest spike ever. So it had to come down a little bit.
Homes. That's a lot of people that were working remote. He did have a lot. You know what? He'd be a great person to actually have on the podcast. This client.
What does he do?
He's up there at like
He's just up there in the cloud.
He's had a lot.
She looks at me. He's just up there.
He's had a lot of important jobs. I'm not gonna. I don't know what I should be sharing about his business, but he. What else was I gonna say? What was I saying?
We're talking about Sunbelt prices in Florida.
Oh, he was saying he's also heard whispers that the Chicago market's going to do really well and like stay kind of where it's at, and things are going to continue to creep up. And again, I guess that's because of people moving out of San Francisco and Texas, like Austin. A lot of those tech companies are having like
California's doing pretty bad.
Yeah. So like those, in the Midwest, we've always said like our market kind of goes like this. But like the lows aren't that low, the highs aren't that high.
Right.
We're just kind of like, more stable.
Right.
Just like our mental states.
Not stable at all.
No, we're doing good. I feel like
I know.
You know what I mean? Because that's why. Well, actually, I did hear that we're getting a Housewives show. But they say like there's too many normal people here.
I've heard that there's never been a reality TV show in Chicago that has stuck because everyone's just kind of normal.
Yeah. I mean, there's plenty of crazies. I find plenty of them.
I would do a real estate show.
Are you listening? Who
wants to hire us?
Please hire us.
I'm waiting for us to get scouted.
I think we gotta like start. I don't know what.
We have to start like trying to start
being a little crazier. I think.
I know, that's the thing.
I probably should start spilling more tea about people, but that's neither here nor there. Okay.
But yeah, no, I feel like the markets is like, if we're talking local, I mean, Lincoln Way is just honestly ruthless right now. Everything is, I feel like, is a multiple offer situation.
Minus my one client.
Well, yeah, I guess, yeah, minus your one client. But yeah, everything. And I don't know what it is in the air. I thought this was a COVID thing that would die down, but I still have like a lot of people who are like, I want all of this land for like chickens and goats. And it's like, okay, that's really like not, and they want it under 500,000. And it's like, okay, that doesn't really exist in this school district.
I know.
Those kinds of things. But it's so weird how the micro markets are different, because I'm about to list a house in Tinley and it's not the same. Like Tinley's right down the street and it's not the same. Like there's definitely a handful of like actives in this neighborhood that I'm listing in, and I have to be a little bit more, realistic of those, which this is actually something I want to talk to you about. I have my opinion, but I want to hear yours.
Oh God.
When you talked with a seller about listing their home, and they just got brand new big ticket items. They have a new roof, they have new windows, they have new HVAC. And do you feel like that has a literal effect on their listing price?
Not really.
Same. I feel like it's maintenance. Like
I feel like this is what I usually tell people. Maybe a hair, right?
It makes it more marketable.
I will tell you, if you don't do those things,
then you're below.
That's how you lose contracts. That's how inspections go bad. That's how you end up biting yourself in the keister because you didn't maintain your home. I almost had a situation where the deal could have fallen apart because of our age of our roof.
Well, right. And that's maintenance. So like and this is how I explained it to my sellers, is like,
because we couldn't get insurance is what I want to say. Like it made it past inspection and all that, but we literally could not get it insured. Yeah, because
for your homeowner's insurance, they want to know how old the roof is. But so like market value is here. And I say, if you have an inoperable HVAC system, if your roof is on its last limb, if your windows are just, awful and shot, you are below market value.
Ooh, that's a good way to explain it.
If you have everything new, or even in the last 10 years, something that doesn't need to be immediate replaced, or something that's in decent shape, you're at market value because the market expects you to have operable HVAC, operable windows, a decent roof that the shingles aren't falling off. Like that is what the market expects. So that is going to put you.
Oh my God, who told you to say that?
Because my client, it's honestly something that I've been thinking about, and I'm like, okay.
I know, but I'm saying that was worded so nicely, and that didn't come from me.
Stephanie's like, you learned something, not from me. Because I was kind of just like looking into it in a way.
Explanation.
Because I'll have clients too, which this is something I wanted your opinion on as well, is I had a client text me. They are probably, I wouldn't say they're maybe like tip top of their neighborhood, but they're up there. He wants to know if if he did all Wolf appliances, if that would make, I'm like, if you're going to spend 30 grand, I don't even know how much a set of Wolf appliances are, but if you're going to spend 30, 50, whatever it is on appliances, don't think you can just tack that onto your list price that I suggest. Like, that's not how it works.
And again, some of it has to deal with expectations, because like I've sold a lot of new construction and higher price points where they expect, like some of my listings where we haven't put in high-end appliances and they're
at a certain price point, it is a little expected.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So I've actually gotten screwed over and not putting in high-end enough appliances.
Yeah, I can see that.
So it depends on, again, that's why it's so important to look at the comps when you're doing these. Do all your neighbors have 48-inch ranges?
Right.
I don't know, 36, whatever. But.
Well, and that's why, too. And it depends on how long you're going to be living there and if you're going to enjoy it and this and that. Because one of my girlfriends, too, she lives in a townhouse in New Lenox and you know, they're doing like a couple minor updates here and there. And she's like, I don't know if I want to invest in quartz countertops. Like, what will that look like resale value? I'm like, look, if you're going to be there for the next however many years and it'll make you happy and you'll enjoy it, I'm like, it'll make it more marketable. Like, if your neighbor is selling and they have...
I think countertops are a good investment.
I think countertops are definitely a good investment. That's actually my step I'm currently on in my kitchen, is picking those out.
Oh, are you?
I am just... what I have learned from redoing my kitchen about myself is I am not good at making decisions for myself. Like, I just will sit there. I will analysis paralysis everything.
Oh my God, I love this.
But if somebody were to put like swatches in front of me and be like, what do you think? And it's for them.
Oh, I know. For them,
I'm like, here, this one. But then with me, I'm like asking ChatGPT. Like, I was literally just asking ChatGPT because I don't want a stainless steel sink. I want like a nice white sink.
Ooh,
I don't want stains and scratches. And everything I read, no matter, it's always different. Oh, get quartz that doesn't stain. And then I look on TikTok.
Why wouldn't you just get a big, deep one stainless steel?
I don't like the look of stainless steel with my brass finishes. So that's the problem.
It'll be inner though.
Yeah, it's an undermount, but it's still, I don't like the look of it. If I come down to it, if I really like...
Don't they have different colored stainless steel?
They do have like a brass, but it's kind of chintzy looking. Like, I think stainless steel is stainless steel.
Okay.
So I was looking at there's like granite composite.
They have black ones.
Yeah, I saw the black ones.
But I have heard some bad things about them.
But then there's like granite composite, and then there's quartz sinks. And I'm like, I don't want it to be scratching. I don't want it to be super porous if I have spaghetti sauce and
I have
stains.
A porcelain like farmhouse sink at one of our Airbnbs.
Does it stain?
And no, it cracked. And then they chip.
Like, I think stainless steel is the smartest route to go, but like it just doesn't match the vibe.
I think I would do that.
Damn. All right. Thanks for your input. I'll see if I'll go with it.
I'm gonna look. We'll look in the car. Okay, we better wrap up. We're already at 22 minutes.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I hope you guys took something away from that.
We literally did not talk about what we planned to talk about on this episode.
No, yeah, we did not.
This was a total catch up. Shoot the, you know what?
Shoot. Okay, yeah. You need to get working on your wine.
Oh.
Thanks for tuning in, guys.
All right. See you in about 5 minutes for the next topic.
Bye.
That's a wrap on Realtor Therapy with Steph and Kel.
If you loved what you heard, subscribe, leave a review, and follow us on social media.
Got a wild real estate story or a topic idea?
Drop it anonymously in the form in our show notes. We'd love to hear from you.
Until next time, keep hustling, stay sane, and remember,
we're all in this together.